Live from inside a synagogue in Sydney. Not another podcast. Sitting across from me is daytime snorer Jordan Gasparotto.
And sitting across from me is Jerome Abella.
And welcoming our special friend. Special friend. Adam Kagan.
Whoa, how'd you get there?
Sorry. I don't know why I
feel like you planned that intro way before I even got here.
I definitely
Live from a
didn't.
synagogue as well.
Oh yeah, I just wrote that then.
Why are you surprised?
Yeah, but
I'm not. I feel honored.
I was thinking he was going to make the first Holocaust joke today.
well, it's not a Holocaust joke. It's a Judaism
Close
joke.
to it.
Okay, sure.
Jews, Holocaust, they're synonyms, I guess.
Yeah. We'd just like to welcome Adam Kagan to the field. Adam Kagan is a avid food photographer on Instagram.
And serial pornographer.
And a serial pornographer.
I mean, I don't really like to talk about my food Instagram much, but we can talk about my serial pornography.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So just for the folks at home, what do I type in? I'm in Pornhub. What do I type in? Kagan comes on stuff.
Kagan comes to the party.
Shirt on, tip off.
Keep the tip.
That's what you said to your what do they call it? What do they call it?
Damn it! You can't workshop jokes here, Jordan. We have to keep moving.
I said to the moil, keep the tip.
Yeah, there you go. Moil. Is that what you're
Moil
looking
is
for?
the
moil.
word you're looking for.
Great.
Never buy grimace from Moyle. So chewy.
I don't know why, but I just thought it'd be so funny to search a porn shirt on. Like you don't want them to have their shirt off. It makes you feel uncomfortable.
Looking at the dick or the nipples, I don't know.
I want nipple rash.
I'm okay with seeing dick, but I don't want to see any nipples.
Whoa, I'm not gay, okay?
Sweet. Welcome to you're our special second guest of the whole podcast.
I appreciate it. It's a minute in, and we've had 4 Jew jokes, so I feel at home.
Yep.
Trust him to fucking keep the accounting, am I right?
Yeah, he's the money.
Keeping the numbers.
We're good at counting something.
Cool. We like to start the podcast off with a weekly update. So this is just me and Jordan. It almost keeps track of what we do every day.
What we do isn't very much.
What he doesn't.
Well, don't let me get in the way of it.
All right. So Jordan, how has your week been?
Pretty darn good, actually. I'm happy. You know, every day I go to the edge of the cliff and I talk myself down. So it's a pretty good week. You know?
Not today.
Not
today, Cliffface. I don't know.
Cliff faces. Gosh darn it!
Cliff face sounds like a really bad gamer tag.
Yeah.
Fucking slap in the face. Cliff face!
Cliff face!
That's a game I could get behind. Just slap your face. Cliff face!
Uh-uh.
Let's do it. Let's make up the rules.
Yep, we'll start from there. Okay. What have you done this week, Jordan?
Can we talk about our collective story? Or
yeah, we can talk about our
We're
collective
diving
story.
straight into this because I haven't heard this story.
Oh, yeah,
yet,
you haven't heard this story yet. We've tried to not talk to you while you've been waiting here. We ate pizza together and you just sat in silence.
He was just sitting in the green room. He's like, can I... Shut the fuck up.
Save
it for the cast.
Just leave me for my vape and my bourbon and Coke.
Yeah.
Happy. You're just happy.
Happy. Cool. So today we went to a conference called Semi-Permanent. Semi-Permanent is a collective of art.
Semi-permanent sounds like my erection.
I was gonna make that joke, and I thought I'm gonna be a bit respectful. Man.
Most directions, hopefully.
Well, it's a semi, and it's always there.
Oh, okay. You've always been a semi.
More like semi-erect.
More like permanently semi. So yeah, it's a design and art talk essentially. It goes over 3 days. We got to watch the guys that made the intro for Westworld, Daredevil, Punisher.
Yeah,
American Gods.
That's hectic.
Yeah. And so what they would do is they would show their creative process of how they'd figure out what they would write it about, because they're doing it with very little knowledge of the show. They have a bit of information from the directors and stuff like that, but they're doing it it's a whole different team completely from the makers of the actual show, which is crazy to me. That blew my mind
design
already.
Studio that's been pitched an idea and they're just make it.
Yep.
Because that Westworld intro
is dope.
It's dope.
Yeah. So so we watched the first one being made. So the 3D printing sort of thing, and the guy has never the guy's never like 3D animated a horse before, and as you remember, there's a horse being made in it.
Oh, I remember.
And so he had to. So they talk about like how they steal a lot of images from the internet to like almost like copy, because like that's your source code. Instead of going to get an actual horse, they just get all the footage they need, anything that kind of reminds them of what this story is, like that milkiness look and everything like that, like how they want it to look like a 3D printer, but like a bit more futuristic, like what a 3D printers look like in the future sort of thing. And then they showed like the cuts, the storyboard, and then it took them like 4 weeks to do the actual computerly generated animation for it.
Surely they had some sort of idea what they were making, because I mean all of it relates
Westworld
back to
you could get away with okay, robots being made, but something, or Daredevil, okay, it's a guy in a red suit, but like, or American Gods is even a TV like an actual book.
Yep.
is American Gods Neil Gaiman.
Yeah. So we got to watch that, which was awesome.
Yeah,
it was
I
like
watch the show now because
it was honestly jaw dropping. Yeah, I kind of want to watch Westworld now. But I've never.
Westworld.
You like it?
I love Westworld.
Okay, cool. We'll get onto it. I have no idea what it's about or anything.
Don't look it up. Just watch it. It's one of those shows you just got to dive
I
into.
already know too much.
You spoiled it all. Okay,
I don't know.
Don't worry about it then. Forget it. It's ruined for you.
But for me, I've got a chance. And then after that, it came to what's his name?
Michel Gondry.
Michel Gondry's famous for directing Daft Punk music videos and
Be Kind Rewind.
And he also
did a career highlight, isn't it?
No.
See, I told you.
And he also did Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, so he knows Jim Carrey, and he's making a show with Jim Carrey at the moment. What's it called again? Kidding. I don't know what it's about. It's about something about kids.
He's like a Mr. Rogers type host, and now he's really depressed.
Yeah.
So Jim Carrey.
Jim
Carrey.
So Jordan and I are sitting in there, and the crowd's a very professional crowd. Like, I was unwrapping a lozenge because my throat was a bit sore, and every time I rustled it a bit, there was a lady right in front of me that kept flicking her head back at me and staring at me, and I was just like, oh, this is the sort of crowd we're in. So halfway through this Michel Gondry thing, it was via video chat. They used Google
Meetup,
Google Hangout. Yeah.
Oh God.
It was going really well, and it was filmed really interestingly. It wasn't that good.
So just for an example, like imagine like him looking, so the camera would be in front, let's say, and he's looking down, like he's looking at the computer screen to see everyone, but it just seems like he's just autistic.
Yeah, he's just standing there staring off into the distance, like just listening almost too, just being like waiting for the audio, because like he was having a conversation with the person that was in the room with us, and then it got to like maybe a few minutes in, and it started going. And the audio just fucked up, and the guy's like, okay, yeah, looks like we're having a bit of audio issue, but tell us about the time that you were creating Daft Punk, blah blah blah. Dude, it sounded like Princess Leia when she had the mask on and she was defrosting Han Solo. Yeah. And Jordan and I lost it. Like,
timeline, we were keeping it professional. Jake's just like, oh, and I'm just there like tongue in cheek, like
just choking on his tongue. and I every time I look at Jordan, I'm laughing. Every time I look over at him, it's a perfect shot, but the voices are just fucked up. So I'm like, I can't get away from this. And so they're like, okay, cool. What we'll do is we'll try and figure out the audio. We'll just play this footage of I think it's something that he's made or some sort of show reel or something.
I think it's has a documentary or something.
Yeah, and so that was playing, and they were like, hopefully they'll fix it. So it came back finally working perfectly. It was like, good, we've got this. They're going to start the conversation. Jordan's like, if it comes back and immediately sounds exactly the same, I'm going to lose it.
Or he's still talking, he doesn't realize.
And so it goes on for a while. They're talking, and it's quite an interesting talk because he's a director and he's very famous and he's French.
And I turn to Jake and I cross my fingers,
he's like ah. And then immediately we fucking die. I'm like, obviously, like, I'm facing the direction of the guy that's interviewing him, and I feel like he's staring at me. like from the chair into the audience,
He
and
knows.
I have the like imagine me laughing but no audio, like just like that, and I'm like red in the face.
Still getting me right
I leant over to Jordan. I'm like, we have to leave.
And I'm like, yeah.
And we got up and just legged it and laughed so hard outside that people knew what we were talking about, because there were like people that worked there. They were like trying to figure it out. Like they're like running in and out, going like, "Oh, this is so annoying." But it was a very funny situation.
We came back, right? We went to as far back as we could, right?
Yeah.
And they're just following him through his house, like, oh, this is nice. And he does like a whole thing where he does like an animation, but it's on his iPhone, and
Yeah.
he's sort of like pressing play, but his hand is like covering most of it, so you miss it. He's like, Michelle, could you like move your hands? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, what sort of director is he? I don't know. It was a very interesting time, and it was really good insight into that. But
I can't understand a fucking word.
I couldn't understand, even when it wasn't. Even when it wasn't that, he was French as fuck, so I couldn't understand one word he was saying.
Like, imagine Tommy Wiseau, where he's like, I love you, Greg.
Yeah, and all I can think of was, oh my god, this guy looks like Rich Fulcher. Did you ever watch Mighty Boosh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has.
There was
the
a
American one in
disturbance
that.
the kitchen.
I'll show you really quickly. I think I've got a screenshot.
It's not like it's a visual.
That's
Oh,
what he
yeah.
looks like. But the Rich Fulcher. Did I send it to Finn? Or no, she sent it to me. That's Rich Fulcher there. So
yeah.
So look at that. Like the resemblance is crazy.
There could be brothers.
Yeah,
Or lovers.
lovers, definitely lovers.
But,
Because
like,
They shared the same womb, at least.
so that was how I felt about that at that point. We went back in and we watched this other thing about he's like a what is he? He's not an advertising agent. He just likes the world to be a playground, and it was really fun, and he has a cool aesthetic with his art and whatnot. But that was the highlight of our day. Just like Michel Gondry, very famous director. Like people want him everywhere for their music videos, and the audio just fucked up because they used a free service.
If people loved each other, the world would be a better place to live.
I'm glad you showed me a photo because, in all honesty, I just pictured Michelle Obama the whole time.
Oh,
Because I don't know who Michelle Gundy is.
Gondry.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I was thinking Michelle Pfeiffer. That's interesting.
Mhm.
Let me see color. I like it.
Have you seen Be Kind
Everything's
Rewind?
black and white. Yeah. I wish I hadn't.
Okay. You wish
Thank
you could
you. It's
rewind
not
it?
just me. I thought I
haven't
was just
seen
an
it.
asshole.
No, I haven't seen it. I knew that like
We're talking about the Jack Black
Yeah,
film
Jack
where they
Black
had to
film.
remake all the films.
Yeah.
Swede, I think, is what they
Really?
called
the Swede them. Yeah.
the Swede them.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
It's a terrible film.
Okay.
I wish I could wipe that from my memory.
Yeah.
Boom! So Sunshine of the Spotless Mind
I
reference.
think he did that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, look at him.
Ah!
I see what you did there. Okay. So that was our highlight of our day today.
Fucking yeah. That's putting it up there.
Well, we'll still be talking about it in like 56 episodes. We'll be like, remember that time we watched Michelle Gondry? Yeah, that's right. The carbonite has made you blind.
Your sound will return in time.
Cool. Well,
Well, that sounds like an interesting day for you.
yeah, it's a very interesting day. Tell us about you. How's
tell
your day been?
My day.
Or even week, like just like your life. Tell us about
yeah.
your life.
All right.
Let's
well,
start from the first bit.
From conception.
Yeah.
I was a mistake. And
You are the youngest, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually
Maybe
the case.
speed it up the early
And I
formative
feel like
years.
my whole life has just been making up for that mistake.
Oh, cool,
And here I am now.
cool. So you're like Tyrion a bit.
Yeah, you know.
Think about it. If his dad didn't pull out, if his dad pulled out, we wouldn't be having this lovely conversation. This lovely.
Well, here's the thing: is I feel like he tried, and then I was born. Mistake.
So you're saying
Oh.
infidelity is involved? Okay.
No,
Well,
you know, I've been busy. You know, I work this 9 to 5 life, and it eats at you from time to time.
it definitely does.
Yeah, 5 days in a row is hard. I miss
Mhm.
the days where it'd be like 2 days and then 3 days off, and then you never know when you're fucking gonna work next.
That retail life.
That retail life.
Mm-hmm.
Can I swear? I don't know. I've
You
already
can-
said
you can
fuck. I'm
swear.
gonna
You have
say it
one
anyway.
fuck and you've just fuck. I've said it.
Fuck. Cool. So I just wanted to try and segue that into Game of Thrones.
Okay,
So,
so fuck Tyrion. Game
The
of Thrones.
reason I brought you here today, other than mild coincidence,
Or fellowship.
is that we have spent a lot of our time together watching Game of Thrones.
I would say 90% of our time.
Yeah.
Watching Game of Thrones.
Every Monday when it comes out in Australia, we watch it all together in a big group. And we've called it Year of Thrones. So like after the season 7, we watched
more like Years of Thrones,
a whole
but yeah.
year of Thrones, back to back, just all the way from the beginning to the end, weekly.
Only when they realised that it's going to take, a year and a half to release the next season. So we thought, fuck it, let's just start again.
Yep, that's it. And
I regret
so now it's
everything.
done.
I just want to wash it away.
So now it's done.
Best season ever.
Oh man. Okay, so I'm just gonna start it off by saying I defended this most recent season all the way up to the last episode.
Yeah, but you defend Michael Jackson, so you haven't exactly got a great judge of character.
I mean, at least Bill Cosby's innocent.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Pick up a newspaper, Kagan.
Whoa, man.
What year is this?
Kagan doesn't read the jello bottom.
Pick up the Wall Street Journal.
Walking down the street like, hey, Mr. Cosby.
Yeah, that's the good one. That's for you.
The sound bites. They're gonna
Yeah.
kill me.
So I'm gonna. We have to talk about it, Jordan.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Kagan, you're involved too because
So
you're part of this
Because I
family.
watch Game of Thrones.
And you're part of this family.
no.
It's part of a new diversity sort of thing. Like we need to get more people. And,
Mi familia.
you're familiar.
Okay.
Keep going.
So let's start from the beginning of that episode.
I think I've suppressed my memory of this whole season.
that's fair.
So you're gonna have to jog my memory because
Okay.
I really, if I
Jordan?
think about it, I'll cry.
Yeah. What happened the first scene?
They picked up where they left off, essentially.
So Daenerys is like giving her big sort of Heil Hitler speech. On
Wow.
the steps. It's true.
All right.
That
So-
wasn't a Jewish joke. That was like it was the armies are marching up and
Yep.
she's doing,
Well, they made all this character development about how she freed everyone.
Yeah.
She's such a great person.
Mm-hmm.
Really built her character up to this amazing, perfect queen. And then in one episode, they're like, nah, fuck it, she's crazy. Let's just burn the rest of the fucking house down.
This last season has been changing her character a lot, though. That's the only way I feel about. Like that's the way I'm
but
like.
even so, like if they plant like they're like we planted the seeds and it's like no.
There were no seeds planted.
Yeah, exactly. She just killed Samuel Tarly's family. And it's like, ooh, she's an evil bitch.
She did do that bitch.
But she even showed remorse for it.
Did she?
Yeah.
I'm sure Ted Bundy showed remorse for his murders in front of people. Like, well, I'm sorry I killed that girl, and well, say I'm not a killer. That was a spot on Ted Bundy. I don't care what anyone says. Move on.
Look, I could see you as Ted Bundy.
Yeah, fuck Efra. No, I pull off Gacy. Pogo's here.
John Wayne.
John Wayne Gacy.
Cool. Well, in that case, then, do you not want to start from the beginning?
Start from the
and just
beginning.
point out what's-
Fuck. What is it? I hated how everyone in these last 3 episodes is like, "You should kill Daenerys. She's gone mad. She's gone mad." Then he kills her. Like, "Ooh, you killed her," and it's just like,
You think that they reacted like that?
it just seemed like look, Grey Worm spent the whole day killing innocents, and the second his queen is killed, it's like, "No, you must stand trial by people outside of our trial."
His character development as well. Just everything
Yeah.
just fucking sucked.
Yeah, it just
I'm
sucked.
just going to put it out there. All of it sucked.
Yeah, it didn't make sense. Obviously, his love was for the queen, so it was all personal for him, no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what they wanted to do for John.
But he would have killed him straight away.
His love was more for Miss Sunday.
My Sunday.
My Sunday.
My Sunday.
And when she died, he snapped. But I mean, like, come on.
Well, then, are we going to talk?
I got up to. I'm gonna go up to. Let's go up to the crowning of, because there's nothing really else. I don't think that.
She gets crowned?
No, she dies.
Yeah.
And then the Iron Throne.
I don't
gets
want to
back.
talk about this.
Dude,
crowning.
why does it seem like the episode was 5 minutes long?
The worst
does,
fucking
yeah.
scene in the world.
No, because if you think about it, it started off with just Tyrion walking, and I'm like, honestly, I leant over to Finn, and I was like, Tyrion's walking around. I would be so happy if the ending was just them walking around looking at the mess, because that was the best part of the whole show. Tyrion walking around, and then Tyrion going to see Jaime and Cersei holding each other's arms, and just
Like how they were born.
That's
Yeah.
just another thing that never paid off. Never got the closure to see her die. What about that baby that they built up to? That was nothing.
That was baby fodder.
Just unnecessary plot points
Definitely.
that were just...
It's very sad.
It's all bullshit.
So
I hate
essentially,
it. I'm so
John
angry.
killing Danny is how I imagine Jamie killing Cersei.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I was waiting for, is that sort of, I love you, block, stabs her in the...
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I wanted that to happen as well.
Yeah.
I thought that would be the case.
I wanted somebody to stab her. She needed to be stabbed.
Yeah. Or even, like, she cries, and he hugs, and he's, like, starts choking her, his, like, little hand, he's like...
Yeah. Just the one hand choke.
Yeah, and then John goes to the Night's Watch, and I'm like, that's my arc for Jamie, motherfucker. That's what I always wanted.
But there's nothing at the...
Yeah.
Anyway,
but,
we know that now.
Anyway. The crowning is fucking stupid.
Is that when everyone decided...
When
that-
all
And then
those
Tyrion
people were
turns,
sitting
yeah,
there.
and he says, "This is what she meant by breaking the will." No, a group of rich old men deciding amongst themselves who would rule the rich old men isn't what she was talking about. Like what Sam was talking about, democracy, and they're like, that's what she was talking about, dude. You've just
Well, democracy would never work in that situation. There's no way it would work in Westeros.
Actually,
at that time.
in across the narrow sea, there is like an election type thing between two parties, and the people there can vote. So they do polling booths. They put in cups and stuff. I don't know how it works, but it is an in-world thing
It is.
where there is democracy.
Where were they during this war?
Watching a better show.
Busy voting.
Well, yeah, pretty much. And then, like, Sansa saying, no, well, the North has been free and independent for thousands of years. We're going to be free. Okay, cool. Well, Dawn was free. There were 6 kingdoms instead of Dawn, and Dawn only came in because they married into the Targaryen. So technically, the Dornish would be like, no, motherfucker, she's getting it. I'm getting it too. Mm-hmm. That's what I hate, is like, they're like, yep, you're absolutely right. And it's like, it's like if the UK succeeds from the EU, you don't think Scotland would be like, oh, Scotland's going to go. You don't think Ireland or Wales would be like, fuck, if Scotland's doing it, I'm going to fucking do it.
Yeah.
So there wouldn't be any fucking kingdoms to begin with. It wasn't...
But are the head of England and the head of the UN brother and sister?
I don't know.
They aren't.
But even
they
so.
aren't. But
But
so
even
that's
so.
why. That's
That's
the
not
only,
why.
That's
It's
the
the
only reason why they were able to get out.
But you don't think these people be like, wait a minute, if they get it, I want it too.
Well, then you lose our protection. That's what they'd say.
From what?
From whatever, like other.
They were independent kingdoms thousands of years before it even came along. There's
Yeah.
no protection.
But what if there's a problem and they need help?
Like what?
Like anything. There's always.
They
What, you
fight
think
their
they're
own-
just gonna have fucking sunshine and lollipops for the rest of their lives
They
now?
fucking did it before. Why can't they do it now?
There's gonna be another winter.
No, there isn't. They've been fucking promising that all freaking last seasons and nothing.
But there's always another thing. There's always another war.
yeah.
Winter
but
was
What do you
over.
mean?
they can do their own thing. They make alliances, but they don't have to be controlled by one singular entity.
Yeah, but that's what will happen if you break away from that single entity. That's treason. That's treason, Jordan. And then it's like, well, we can't help you in any situation where you need
Well,
help.
the Dornish repelled every single army that's come into it, so Dorne can be easily... The Iron Islands I can understand because they have no real ships anymore. Okay, so their power's gone. I'll give them that. Dorne can fight back.
Okay.
They fight guerrilla tactics. They can...
But then they won't have the help of.
They don't need the help.
Okay, well then they can fucking free up.
But they
who
didn't
cares?
free up.
Why are we talking about
That's what
something
I'm
that didn't
saying.
even happen in the show?
That's what I'm saying.
Why
It's
are we
like,
talking? We're talking about the show, Jordan.
Yeah, we're talking about the show, but
Why
it's
are we
just out of
talking
character for him, is what I'm saying.
Who? For Dawn?
From Dawn.
Dawn didn't do shit.
Exactly, but they'll succeed.
But Dawn wasn't there.
they were there.
Who were there?
The fucking Latin American guy with the bright clothes.
Dawn was there.
Dawn was there, represented. He just didn't have any fucking lines.
Oh, okay.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you want a
that.
fucking another one? I need this guy with me all the time,
Yeah.
motherfucker. Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, he punches too hard.
All right, can we just talk about the fact that the Unsullied, fair enough, they didn't want Jon Snow to be king.
Mm-hmm.
But then they just fucking up and left. How would they know if he was king? And even so, if he was king, he'd have 7 kingdoms worth of armies to back him against whatever's left of the Unsullied that fit on one boat.
But they're scary.
It doesn't make sense.
And even Davos saying, you can start your own families. I don't think that he told them what the Unsullied is like.
Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah,
The Onion Knight, right? He said that,
Onion Knight, yeah.
He should know, but that's weird.
They've got no what?
That was really interesting. Well, like, let's talk about Bran the Broken.
I'm calling Bran the limp dick.
So,
do it.
so it's really funny. I just watched a Twitter thread about Bran the Broken and how that's demeaning to disabled people, and that Game of Thrones writers shouldn't have done it. And then I'm like, but they've been calling a fucking dwarf an imp the whole time.
Oh yeah,
where were you then?
The medieval setting isn't fucking woke.
Yeah, the medieval setting isn't woke.
Gotta be PC.
I'm very upset at the people that have somehow looked at this show and gone, oh, this is commentary on popular or current issues. I'm like, no, it's a fantasy with dragons.
I think the greatest thing about it is that it's a fantasy world and they don't even focus on the magical creatures.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's the best part about
I'll give
it.
them that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like minor characters.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh yeah.
We can just
dragon.
kill one off and it doesn't change anything.
Let's just talk about this guy in a brothel.
Yeah, the scariest people are the scariest things are the people in this place, which is why we burnt it to the ground.
Okay, are we gonna talk? Yeah, why isn't sorry, I'm a little scattered. They're like, okay, they've gone to the left for Narf. Okay, John, you can come back now. It's just for show.
They'll come back. They'll come back and they'll be like, "What's this guy doing here?" We said no. We're gonna
All 20 of them.
Yeah. What about the Dothraki? Where did the Dothraki?
Yeah, where did they
But
go?
how does it look? How does it look?
They bought a piece of land and let them run free.
I bet.
They're pillagers and rapers. The second they run out of shape, they'll be like, yeah.
But how does it look if these decorated war like people that you've helped that have helped you capture the land from an evil, Axis? How would it look if you were to completely kill them? I think those days are over. They don't want that anymore. That's why they didn't do that. That's why they tried to be, what's the word?
Diplomatic?
Diplomatic with this.
Yes, but at the same time, the Seven Kingdoms are now run by the biggest douchebag in the world.
Six kingdoms.
Sorry, 6 kingdoms.
Who, Bran?
Yeah.
He's a douchebag.
He's like had the worst bloody character development
I
in the
can't
whole
be
series.
the Lord of Winterfell. I
He's
can't
like
be
a
king.
preppy little kid.
I'm going to be the king.
He's like, why do you think I came down? Grandpa fucking Joe!
I don't understand.
I just remember thinking, you piece of shit. As soon as he said
hated
that,
it.
Fucking, that was the worst line in the whole series.
I'd push him out of the window again and again and again.
The thing is here right now, we're talking about this and I haven't spoken about this episode since I watched it at all.
Same.
I've kept very quiet about it, thinking that I can reflect on it and think about it a bit deeper. I still am fucked. I can't close the book. It feels like it just was a waste of time for me.
Yeah, there's no
I agree.
rewatch value anymore. It isn't like...
Yeah. There's no payoff. There was no twist. They didn't get M. Night Shyamalan in to be like, this is what you need to do.
Pretty fucking much, dear.
Stuart Little too.
It feels like the final season was written and directed by Bran Stark.
How would you feel if it's sort of like everyone leaves the throne room and Bran's just sitting there and like his pans up and he goes, and he just like has a crack of a smile, then dun 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 dun. dun.
Or it's a back shot and he just stands up from his chair and walks away.
Like the end of Scary Movie 1 where Doofy just takes off.
Yeah, like that was. I honestly thought he would just walk or something like that.
Or does like a Willy Wonka twirl.
But like, there's so many plot points that just never paid off. Like Arya, that she is now a like face-changing assassin, that never paid off.
She becomes Christopher Columbus. Like, what's West? What?
What was West?
Hopefully open
Westeros.
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 It only gets wester from here.
You can have the same ending where it's like, I got a boat. Where are you gonna go? I don't know. That's the fun of it.
I'm gonna keep going west until I get to Westeros again. She's just a complete loop around. One of the funny things was I think Finn brought up. She's like if you don't know where you're going, what about the supplies? How are you gonna do that?
Why would people volunteer? Because you can't sail that ship by yourself. That's a massive boat. You need a crew with it.
Yep.
You really think they'd be like,
But someone made a good point that like that's what Christopher Columbus did.
That's
All
true.
these explorers, they didn't know how far they would travel. They'd get to like a midway ration point and then head back.
Yeah, that's right. I made that point.
Yeah, that
We
was your
spoke
point.
about it at the end of it. That sounds like a great point that I made.
Christopher Columbus.
Well, he's the worst, isn't he?
Yeah.
Isn't there like this new thing?
But
where he
Arya
was-
killed people too, so I'll keep fucking
Okay.
going.
But you know,
And Jon joined the Night's Watch. I assumed him leaving, like walking, well, riding with the horse, is him just sort of just living with the wildlings.
that's what I
Am I
assumed.
right?
Yeah.
You think
we-
that?
can
So
we
Jon
talk
breaks
about-
his vows.
Well, there's no vows. That like it's gone. Like they don't need that protection anymore up there.
But
What
they-
is
there
the
was
point
no one
of
there
the
But
for
they
it.
kept the Night's
though?
Watch.
Like,
That's what Tyrion
yeah,
said.
but
He
what are
says
they
we need a
watching
place for
for?
bastards and men to go.
Yeah,
So there isn't an order. So
they'll go up there and there's nothing.
yeah.
They're just gonna stand around.
Yep.
Oh, we've got to stop threats from coming through. Like, oh fuck, a bird.
Yeah.
Shoot it down.
it's a dick.
No, we're getting a message. We're getting a message. How's everything going? Oh, what should we send them? What should we send them back? Oh yeah. Whew. Had a cold night last night. Almost ran out of
Fighting
rations.
this winter.
So we're gonna go
Winter.
for a hunt. So if you come here, we might be hunting because we're getting all these meats. So don't knock on the door because we're not gonna be here. XOXO. What's the boss of the crows?
Lord Commander.
XOXO Lord Commander. I'm out.
All right. Another. Sorry.
I was gonna say it's just like that scene in Star Wars with Han Solo. It's like everything's fine here. We're good. How are you?
Yeah. How are you?
Boring conversation anyway.
Yeah.
I'd say what pissed me off as well. The whole Sam is now an archmaester. And he's sort of like, oh, look, someone who wasn't involved with the battles wrote a book, and I gave him the title. Motherfucker, you should have wrote the book.
Yeah, he should have wrote the book.
Yeah.
100%.
He was there the whole time.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like I'm
I
doing
worked
there.
on the title.
Yeah, it's like there and back again with Lord of the Rings, and Samwise, I should say, like not writing. He's like, oh, my cousin wrote it. It's like he wasn't fucking there.
Yeah, like you're a perfectly good maester. You could write yourself, and you chose to offload it to someone
Just
else.
wheel Bran to the Citadel and be like, tell us all the true history of the world, and you can just jerk off collectively about all that fucking knowledge, and there you go.
I'm so angry about that.
Yeah.
And why is it that they say that? Okay, I know that this is just Tyrion pulling a story out of his ass. He didn't really mean it by saying Bran was the best person for it. He just knew that angle was the best thing. But like,
I reckon he was.
why
just
would
shit-stirring and
Bran
everyone
why
said-
would
Yeah,
Bran
that's
be
a
the
good
best
point.
option for a king? Because he knows everything. He seems to be like, it's like I'm gonna say it. It's like putting an autistic guy on the throne.
That's why
He
I
knows
never made
everything, but he
school.
has no.
If I
he
want to
has
know
no
who won the
compassion.
WWF Championship in '95, I'll ask you. But until real in the realm,
You know
I
what
feel
I mean?
like Bran should have been an archmaester or
yeah,
something like
send
that.
him
They're
down
the
there
ones
and
that-
then get the real history.
But in
let
saying
him
that,
sit in the library
Yeah.
or whatever.
in saying that, they know then, and this is really interesting, to me. Bran will take the place of what London's current queen is like. Really not that
bitch?
important. No,
Sorry, what were we
like
talking
really
about?
not that.
all right.
Hey, come
okay,
on!
The
Stop,
Holocaust
stop,
jokes.
stop. I'm making a point. You
insulted
gotta
my
listen.
queen. Keep
I don't
going.
give a fuck.
Go on.
But just like our queen, how she does nothing,
Fuck the
and the parliament takes care of the rest. That's what they've done. So with Tyrion fixing everything and him being like, he's technically the prime minister of Westeros, if you
Yeah.
think about it. And Bran's not going to do anything other than anything that isn't going to.
What's the point of what's the point of being a king if you can't use your dick? Like, really, what's the point? Like, if I was a
Well-
king, I'd be like, can't use it. Well, I'll be king. I'm gonna go back to Winterfell and just.
Well, isn't it interesting that, and this makes me think about when Tyrion and Varys used to talk, and how Varys said he wanted to become the king because he knew he would do it for the people.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't got that dick. He hasn't got that drive to fuck and ruin things. So it's almost like, because in Varys in vain of his death. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
Well, in like honor of his death from like what he did, because he
They're
was
very
doing it for the
opposite
people.
things. Anyway, go on, yeah.
He said let's change the rules and make it so anyone can be king. Do you get it? I thought that was really interesting, like that connection.
Yeah.
What about the what was his name? Like the nephew that sucked on his mum's tit until he was like 10.
Robert.
She was
Aaron?
there.
Yeah,
he was there,
He
I mean.
was there, but he was like tall adult now. You
Yeah,
know,
he
that,
wasn't
Drink
interested
your
at all.
milk, eat your vitamins, and you get
that
strong.
mother's milk really helped him grow for sure.
Tormund was right.
He was not interested at all. He looked so bored.
He's the most flamboyant character I've ever seen, with
Yep.
his little quiff in his hair and his legs crossed. He's like,
I'd rather be anywhere but here.
Yeah, definitely. What? Can I push him out of the sky hole now? The moon door.
Moondor.
Now. Sky hole.
that just reminds me.
What?
I mean, I never understood why they pushed Bran out the window. But fuck, I would push him out the window again.
Have you seen the meme where it's like Jaime Lannister's king slaying skills at 8,000? He pushed the king out before he tried to kill the king even before he became king.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was good.
That's genius.
Yeah.
That's how good his king slaying skills are. He killed him before he even came the king.
Foreshadowing.
I wish
Don't
that
give him any fucking credit.
there's no credit there. Sorry, I'm sick, so you guys are gonna have to pick up something. I'm not leading this.
That's alright. I've already complained about Dawn, which I'm right. No Night's Watch because there's no need because there's a Night's King and the Wildlings are just, having the little fiestas. And I see the imagery there.
Pod being a knight.
And the King's
Probably
Guard.
the best,
Yeah, that's
best
good.
payoff ever.
That was good. I was bringing this up. Remember, I was just like, why are they teaching Pod so much? Why is he always like getting these weird close-ups where he's learning from Brienne? And it pays
But I
off.
feel like they built up his character so much, and then in the last season, he made like 3 appearances in the background. He never really had a moment on screen.
It's true.
Hop
I
on
mean,
shelf.
other than when he got a handload of girls and went and fucked them.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. So yeah, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I don't know what we're going to talk about in the podcast now that it's gone.
Westworld.
I don't think we'll talk about it. I don't think it's that
Maybe
interesting.
American
It's not that
Gods.
sort of interesting.
Dolores.
No, fuck, Westworld's dope.
Okay.
I thought you said
So we know what your
Clitoris.
Yeah.
And I just like my mind just
so
changed.
we know what your recommendation at the end of the day is going to be. We have a recommendation section at the end of our
right.
podcast.
We're really professional.
Yeah.
Not really sneezing.
All right. So we're going to transition over to our favorites time.
Caitlyn Jenner, menace or hero? You decide.
That's it. It is
that-
time for.
Is that the one with the like makeup factory?
That's Jeffree Star. So it's time for headlines, Jordan.
Oh, it's headlines.
It's headlines time.
Any
So,
headlines, Kagan?
Headlines?
all right, we're gonna do this.
All right, we're
All
gonna
right,
do this.
we'll bring out our headlines. I've got a few. I'm gonna start off with.
Sorry, I just saw your Shrek background.
You like it?
It appeared on Facebook. It's like, here are some of the best Shrek wallpapers you can get.
Yeah. Did you tag me in
I
that?
can't remember. I think I might have.
Someone tagged me in it, and I saved most. Anyway,
Donkey.
let's talk about Hamilton coming to Sydney in 2021.
I feel like 2021's too far away.
Not for a musical though,
I know, but I don't want to wait until 2021.
but it's going to be very great. So
it'll
we're
be
going to watch
amazing.
that.
Is it
yeah.
still going to be with Lin-Manuel?
I don't know.
Different
We don't know that.
Usually they.
But-
If he doesn't bring it, I'm not interested.
It's really good without him. I've watched it twice without him. Wait, have I watched it twice? No, I've watched it once.
like he doesn't fucking remember.
Yeah. But I've watched it once without him, and it was beautiful. It's amazing. There's so many other characters that are so good in that musical. There's a French guy called Lafayette. Hilarious, very funny. But anyway, I digress. The reason I bring it up is because we're going to start the movement. # Jake to audition for Hamilton.
Yeah.
Didn't work for me being Batman. It's not going to work for him being Hamilton.
Hey,
So
I'm actually going to try, Jordan. That's the difference here.
I said no to Robert Pattinson. He's like, all right.
I'm gonna actually audition and put myself out there.
Can I-
You haven't even got a Star Now page.
I do actually.
You have a Star Now page?
I have an IMDb page.
Oh, that's not a Star Now page. You
It's
idiot.
a credit.
I have to ask.
Yep.
Can you do your Batman? Your audition, please?
Oh, this is a little bit. I'm gonna rip your dick off. That's all I got. I haven't prepared the piece, man. It would have given me a year to work.
All
out.
right, so fucking Christopher
But you
Nolan
could just
lands
say,
here right
like,
now. He
I'm
points at
Batman.
you and he's like, "I need a Batman. You fit the scale. I need you for Batman.
Ooh, and I will work for scale.
Give me something.
I'm Batman.
Show me that you can be Batman, like right now."
Commissioner Gordon.
All right. Well, no. Okay.
Lost
Okay.
it already. That was
Hey,
terrible.
excuse me. Yeah. You'll fit it too. You'll fit too. Oh, can I have one?
I'll fit too.
Yeah, you'll fit too. Give me something. What do you have?
I'm Batman.
Oh, you're great. You're in. Cool. He seemed prepared. He seemed like he didn't have to clear.
It's like his only line
That's
in the
all
movie.
I really want.
It's all right.
I'm Batman.
Jordan, you're waiting for a handout and you don't have something ready for you.
You know, us Jews
Frustrates
always
me.
ready for a handout.
Cool.
We're talking about hand jobs, right? Like,
We're in headlines. Next
Okay.
headline, Jordan.
next headline
Deer in
is,
headlines over
since
here.
the Queen has joined Instagram, she has received over 1 million dick pics.
That's a good one. That's really
That's
good.
my Queen right there.
Is it Sansa?
No, it's Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, he has a Prince Albert, I see. He looks at them individually. This one's spotty.
Spotty dick. Is that what you were doing?
Yeah.
That's really
Ah, Your Majesty, you're funny. Yes, I am.
Your regular Betty White. All right, here, I've got something for y'all.
Talk about them crown jewels.
So, you had another one, didn't you, that you wanted to say?
Yeah, so yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll start off with this. There's a whole bunch of fans campaigning to make a sequel to Solo, a Star Wars story.
I was like, what? Solo, no sugar?
Call the night. That's it. That's the title, right?
Stop high-fiving and saying... Okay, all right. So it's actually interesting. So Star Wars fan podcast, the Resistance podcast, have been urging Disney to make a sequel to the 2018 movie. The campaign is gaining some traction, actually. It's called Make Solo 2 Happen. They have a Twitter and everything like that and a hashtag, and people are taking it seriously. If you like, how cool a podcast when they have these sort of followings and they can just get
I
those
see
people
what's
out
happening
there.
here. You have a podcast there, so you set a presidents on the campaign.
I thought you liked that. Anyway,
Hamilton.
Do they have a working title? Like Solo 2, there and back again in 12 parsecs.
I did it again.
Really. They asked Harrison Ford what
new
his,
personal record.
They asked Harrison Ford what his opinion. He's like, I don't care.
My favorite
care.
part
I
about the
don't
whole
care
thing
anymore.
is there is a sequel. It's called A New Hope. Fucking idiots.
Damn, Jake.
Yeah, thank you. I wrote that just then. Go.
Cool. So a little bit more on movie news. Actress Vanessa Hudgens may be in the talk to play Catwoman in the Robert Pattinson-led Batman
You're
movie.
fucking lying.
It's news.
That's hilarious. If I was gonna say Troy Bolton, if Zac Efron
That
was
would
playing
have been
Batman, how
great.
funny would it be? But I thought that they were gonna give it to Kristen Stewart.
No. Damn it.
No, Taylor Lautner really just gender swappy. Like,
No,
damn.
they put Taylor Lautner as Robin.
Cat lady.
Everyone made the joke that when Ben Affleck's Batman, Matt Damon's going to be Robin. It's all the same jokes. He's going to blow it out of the water.
Yeah.
I still think Kevin Conroy should play old Bruce Wayne. Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, the animated series Batman.
Oh, I see.
He's the only Batman.
I am vengeance.
Kevin
I am the night. I am Batman.
But to be fair, I have seen Vanessa Hudgens something. She was in something recently.
Sucker Punch.
Fuck, that was a great film.
Fuck off.
It was. At
Fuck.
first, I didn't understand any of it. Then I got really, really stoned, and it made a lot of sense to me.
Oh, great. All right.
But I can't remember. I saw her in something recently. I thought I didn't even recognize
Those
it was
pictures
her,
that leaked
but she's-
online?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, the fat
No,
thing.
but she's I think she's doing a lot better than what she used to do in bloody High School Musical.
Well,
Like,
Everyone's
I
doing
didn't-
better
like,
than Oscar
yeah,
music.
definitely.
I don't know.
Even that girl that loves books in that song.
Vanessa Hudgens.
No, the one-
the nerdy one.
Yeah, the nerdy girl. Sorry, it's stupid.
She was playing Poison Ivy.
What else you got?
Cool. The new trailer for the 9th Quentin Tarantino movie. I don't know. Do you like Tarantino?
Wait. Hold on. Did we just brush over the fact that Robert Pattinson's going to be Batman, or was that?
We explained it
spoke
last
about
year.
it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm still like
Dealing with it?
dealing with it.
All right.
I love it. So
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Anyway,
yeah, so-
I
Okay.
love Tarantino.
have you seen the new trailer?
I have.
So
It
a new
looks
trailer's
dope.
dropped for the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which we don't know what it's about.
It's
it
about-
references
so-
the Manson murders, but I feel like it's not a vocal point.
But it also references the Ted Bundy murders,
Does it?
doesn't it?
How?
What's her name that got murdered? Sharon Tate.
Sharon Tate got murdered by Manson's people.
Uh,
So in the trailer, you haven't seen it.
I have, but I didn't get what was going on.
So when they reference Leonardo DiCaprio's house next to her house, she in that little drive, I don't know what it's called. They came up one night and they attacked him, and she's pregnant, and
Lost
end
the
of-
baby.
They ripped out the baby, apparently.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's messed up. I hope I don't see that scene in that movie.
Tarantino.
Well, I mean, from what I got from the trailer, there's going to be like two plots that probably merge together.
Yeah.
But there's obviously, so there's Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio. Leo. And Leo's obviously a big movie star, and Brad Pitt's his stuntman, and they're just like a duo that stick together through thick and thin. But then it gets to a point where Leo sort of fades into the background. Fuck.
I got him.
What'd you do?
I was trying so hard not to
You
laugh.
know, like I fillet the mic.
Oh, I thought you...
That's my...
Yeah. Okay.
But
Thanks,
it's
for,
gonna
thanks
be-
for doing that to our guest. Really professional, Jordan.
It's going to be one of those movies where it's like a movie star's rise and fall, and then probably
Oh,
end up
yeah.
in the Manson family and start
Probably.
murdering
Okay.
everyone.
I'm going to call it just before they murder them. They're going to like, because you know how it's Inglourious Bastards is like an alternative history. This will be an alternative history thing. You'd be like, they're alive.
linked, aren't they? They're all linked together.
Yeah, well, when he's shooting the Nazis, they're probably
Damn,
just...
Jake, I thought you were like, you didn't know this? Tell me you knew
Is that
this.
why you said his ninth film? Like they're all connected in some way.
He's planning
Oh,
to
it's
make
his- it's his ninth.
10 films.
10 films is apparently his, you know...
And he's going to stop.
Well, that's what he
That's
said.
what
but,
Interesting. He's only made 9 films?
yeah.
That's mental.
9 great films. But apparently, it's like a whole universe that's all connected.
Okay. He's the MCU.
He's the... Oh, no, Kevin Smith.
the
is
QC.
QCU. The QCU.
Okay, cool. And my last one kind of relates to that. So Quentin Tarantino has been reported to snap at a female reporter because a female reporter brought up that Margot Robbie has very little lines in this movie.
She's also
and
got very little talent, but go on.
Margot Robbie.
She has very good talent. 2 of them, in fact.
I know, we saw it in
Her acting ability
Wolf of
and
Wall
her
Street.
eyes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. But yeah. So like it's just one of those situations again where people are stepping out and they're going, well, where's the representation for women in these films? Have they not watched Kill Bill? I remember watching an interview with when Kill Bill came out and Quentin Tarantino was doing it, and there was this lady going over just being like, oh, it's so gory. I wouldn't suggest this for anyone, any kids. And he's like, well, it's got a R rating. Like, you shouldn't be taking your kids to it, but it's good for everyone else. Yeah, it seems like only men would like it. The lead actor is a very strong woman. Like, he's so quickly to defend his films and everything like that, and I respect that in
There's
him.
like a whole Charlie's Angels scene in there too, where there's like 3 badass women.
Yeah.
Is that number 2?
I don't what in
Kill Bill.
I've
Kill Bill.
never seen them
Either
movies.
way, Kill Bill. The whole thing is it's a lady. Like the whole thing is she's a lady.
Have you seen it? I think you're missing the plot here. The whole thing is she's a lady.
Yeah.
That's the whole movie.
She loses her baby.
She badass.
It looks like a lady. Okay.
I tried.
So yeah, people are up in arms about that. So get prepared to probably not see much of Margot Robbie in the film.
I'm calling it now. Quentin Tarantino is going to get Me Too'd. Like,
Nah,
just before
not gonna happen.
Just before the release, or
Not gonna
maybe
happen.
after, just so he doesn't... Well, just before the Oscars, I feel like something's going to come up.
All
Calling it now.
That's fair.
Look, if you can tear down Liam Neeson's name, you can tear down Quentin Tarantino.
What happened to Liam Neeson?
the whole black thing?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean,
Episode
that
2 of our podcast,
that
You
blew over
black
quite quickly,
bastard.
but yeah.
Black Bastard.
You
yeah.
black bastard.
Yeah, we have that's our second episode in this podcast. It's called Black Bastard.
It's the black sheep of the family
It's very funny.
of podcast episodes.
Cool, and that is the end of headlines. Thank you, everyone, for listening to the headlines.
I just love it how we did a whole segment on representation. He does like the Chinese gong just to add a little flavor to it. I like it. Respect
Thank
you.
you. No worries.
Respect.
Cool. In this part of the thing and of the podcast, we like to talk about or pretty much let in someone from the public, and we do a little bit of an interview with them.
Yeah.
But since we have you here, we probably have already done that. So we're going to skip that a bit and then run our ads, if you don't mind.
No, that's great. I was like, oh shit, we're doing an interview now.
No,
I
we're
haven't
not gonna do
prepared
an
any
interview with you.
questions. I mean,
No.
you can ask me whatever you want.
Does the circumcision get itchy, or is there redness?
Only sometimes.
Okay.
Only sometimes.
Do you like? I'm not even gonna ask that question. It's just too much.
Okay.
You sure?
Do you come in your pants? Like, does it just rub? Like really tight jeans, like you're wearing right now. Does it just rub, or do I need a little wallet help?
There are there are times, you just start walking, just like I could start skipping. Yes, the
Just
answer
running
is
through a
yes.
wheat field like Theresa May, like.
Well, it's funny you say that. So we've released, we've just gotten an email.
Oh yeah.
And then our email is for one of our ad segments, so we're gonna
Okay.
have to roll that for him.
Sure.
This one is about Jock Itch. So let me just cue that up for you.
Am I getting paid for
Dear
this?
Diary.
No,
Is that a diary?
No, it isn't. Oh, you want Dear Diary?
Dear Diary, today Kagan came over. I think tonight's the night. I'm gonna lose my virginity to him. XOXO, Gossip Girl. He's Jewish?
Dear Diary, I spent the night with Kagan and now I have this weird itch down there. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll start off by shaving off all my hair and just checking if that works.
I tried shaving it off and it didn't work. WebMD lied to me. XOXO, Gossip Girl.
Dear Diary, it's been 3 weeks. It's still very itchy and it's starting to develop a smell like raw fish that's been left in the summer heat. Help me or send help. Dear Diary, I've gotten to the doctor. Apparently I've had chlamydia the whole time.
Bar mitzvahs, what are you going to do?
Yeah, that's weird.
Bar
I don't know
mitzvahs.
what happened there. So
Apparently you can't get chlamydia more than once, so you're golden.
You're
It's like
golden.
chickenpox.
yeah, it's like chicken. you get a resilience. This
It's like
second time
shingles.
around. It's like the shings.
The shingles.
All right. Well, in this time, we like to bring up our recommendation station. So we talk about the things that have happened in the last week, or something we've watched in the last week, or something we've read, or something we're listening to.
So, love, sex, and robots.
You can bring that up. Go ahead.
I mean, I've only just seen 2 episodes.
Yep.
I mean, I guess I did Love, Sex, Death Robots the first few episodes, but fuck. All right.
All right. Keep going.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just saying, like, we were talking about things we just watched.
yeah.
right?
Go
Yeah.
for it.
No, it's just sick. Like,
Tell us more.
it's I'm so nervous you're gonna start joking off your microphone again.
Still got time.
Thanks for making them feel safe,
Not
Jordan.
coming on them. I'm just joking. I'm Louis
Just in
C.K.ing
them.
it.
You're a fucking piece of shit. Go
I thought
ahead.
that was my line. He's a piece of shit. How many times are we supposed to call him a piece of shit? No, it's the Netflix series. It's how many episodes is it?
About 6 or 7, maybe 8. Fuck it, maybe even 9.
Research.
Pika pika.
All right, so sorry, Jordan ruined the podcast by dropping his mic and cutting off
I
the.
was self-filleting it, and it didn't pay off.
No, it didn't. So that's
It
that's the
didn't.
recommendation from Adam Kagan, talking about
Pull
love,
up.
sex, and robots.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And Jordan, what do you bring to the table?
I'm gonna do John Wick
You piece of shit.
3.
All right,
John
fine.
Wick 3.
Yep.
Oh man, like I'm not gonna spoil it for Kagan over here, but it's just like somehow these guys just keep getting better and better and better. Usually the third movie sucks. Return of the Jedi.
Oh, you piece of shit! How dare you? It's the best one.
Like
Return of the King? No.
Empire of the Sun.
Empire of
that was 3 movies. I'm still in prison, mate. I'm Christian Bale.
All right.
Yeah, like it's just there's nothing more I can say about that. It's just like if you love the first one, love the second one, they just somehow top it. And I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah, they just somehow keep topping themselves and topping themselves and topping themselves.
What if I loved the second one, but I liked the first one?
Yeah, same.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
it gets better and better every time. I was in the same order.
I'm happy with that.
So think about, okay, so the thing that bugged me the most about it is that the day that it came out, they then already announced that there was going to be a 4. So that was like kind of a, he
Well,
gets
he's
out
not
of
gonna
it.
die.
But obviously not going to die. He's a lead character. But, it left that
Right.
out of the equation. But fuck me, amazing. There's a whole scene in it where they're in like this knife shop and knives are flying everywhere and it's just knife battle.
I saw that in the trailer.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing, man. I don't think I even like closed my mouth throughout that thing. I was just jaw dropped. It was insane. Great great recommendation,
That
Jordan.
was my
I'll
fucking
have to
favorite.
agree with you there.
Do it.
In order for me to do this segment here, I was going to use that if you didn't do that, but I also had a backup because obviously you're going to do. That's why I let you go first. My one is actually a music recommendation. The artist Tyler the Creator has released a new album called Igor. I think it's Igor.
Isn't he? He's coming. I don't know if he's coming to
Or
Australia.
is he? No, he usually doesn't.
Well, he was banned, wasn't he?
yeah, by
not-
feminists.
For he was banned for a couple of years because of his lyrics in his previous albums,
Yep.
saying like smuggling shit into Australia in his lyrics.
Oh, really?
Oh, so it wasn't anything like it was just smuggling drugs.
Oh, I thought he said, "Fuck the mask. I want the bitch to know it's me." And
That's
I thought that was
That
what
sounds
kept
a
him
little
out.
bit more accurate.
Yeah.
I just remember hearing something about it in music news, how he was banned from Australia. I think he was banned from England as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that ban's basically over, so I think he's going to come back. But
Heck yeah.
his music now is a lot different to what it
Yep.
was before.
He raps completely different.
it's
He's
less
grown as a
intense.
rapper. It's less scary. His beats are still like his classic beats, and they're amazing. But yeah, it's just I think it's a lot safer to play it in a public setting than and you don't look scary. And yeah, he's just a great artist, and very pleasant to listen to. He doesn't give a fuck what other people say, like, or what they feel, or what their like predispositions are. He just is him, and that's the bravest thing to do as an artist.
He's like Kanye.
He's like Kanye, sure.
Kanye
He's
don't
had
give
sex
a
with
fuck.
Kim Kardashian.
I
Is
think
that
Kanye
what-
gives. I think Kanye gives a fuck.
When
but
was the last
and-
time Kanye gave a fuck?
And he says he doesn't, but then he goes home and cries about it. I think
Kim, why are they making fun of me all the time?
exactly, and then he gets super depressed. about
Northwest,
it.
get the hell out of my face. Daddy needs his little alone time to show his emotions.
He's definitely heard what Kanye West sounds like.
Apparently. He sounds like
I've already made the
Rodney
Jewish jokes. I'm not gonna.
That's
Hey, look, hey, honey, get out of here, man.
That's as bad
Rodney
as my.
Dangerfield over here.
Hey,
Yeah.
Daddy just needs a little hug, okay?
I get in trouble with Finn because I always do my Beyonce Knowles impersonation, and she's like, "That's not what she sounds like." I'm like, "Honey, come into here. I need some help."
What is she, fucking Frankenfurter?
No, she's from. I think she's from like she's from Southern America, so she has that like that biscuit and gravy voice. And I'm like, "Honey, come up in here and give me a bath."
It's not just me. He sounds like Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror Picture Show. No, you sound like Garth. Like, it's like, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna thrill you. And it just gets out of the dream sequence.
Honey, come downstairs. What's the Blue Ivy's doing something funny? Like that's.
Doing something funny. Hey, I'm trying to cry up here. Like, little man, have a little time,
Hova, come downstairs. I made some chicken pot pie.
Hey, why do you have to bring the chicken pot pie all the time? I just maybe want something
Are
different.
you doing Rodney Dangerfield?
Yes.
Oh,
If
amazing.
Rodney Dangerfield
Let me drink
was
my-
married to
let me drink my-
Beyonce.
What the fuck? Okay, let's
Let
do
me drink
that.
my
Let's do that real quick. All right, opening knock. Every improv starts with a knock on the door. So
Oh God, they make fun of me. Oh, hey, honey, how's it going, honey? How you going?
oh, Rodney, baby, it's so good to see you. I've just been out on stage performing to millions of people.
Are you okay, my little Nubian queen?
Yes, of course. Look, you look down. Why don't you talk to me? Sit on Mama's lap.
Okay, mama, let me.
You don't have to actually sit on my lap. Get off my lap, Jordan. Get off my lap, Jordan.
Hey, well, I thought we were just doing a little casting couch
Okay,
situation.
so it started Rodney Dangerfield, and then you somehow
I
ended
lost
up-
it. I fucking lost
we ended up at Elvis.
I
Okay.
thought they said,
Well, I
know a little later, I'm,
I'm gonna sit on your lap over here.
I want to show you a little lap, baby. Hope I don't know
Okay,
baby.
get off my knee, Jordan.
You can't get off my looking little lap, baby.
Usually have to pay for this sort of
Hey, Elvis, darling.
Hey, baby.
What's wrong?
I'll
Why are
just-
you so sad?
I was just reading something on the little interwebs, baby.
Yeah, what are you doing on the internet? You know that makes you sad.
Oh, I know, baby. But I just have to grow and otters, baby. Gonna grow and otters, baby. Gonna grow and otters. Write that down, baby. Where's my cheeseburger, baby?
We're just gonna have to end
Watch
it
out,
there.
wooden toilets.
I'm disappointed in that skill there. We gave him 3 chances to do
Skit
something.
failed so hard.
Fuck you. I did.
Did you get performance anxiety because Kagan's
I
here?
did.
Okay, that's what it
Absolutely.
sounds
At least
like.
it's not just me.
You didn't even do that last time I was in a Dago bar. I was in a bar in Little Italy joke.
I was serving. Okay.
The only Roger
I panicked.
Ronnie Dangerfield thing, All right. Well, thank you very much, Adam Kagan, for dropping by and being in our podcast this week.
Thank you, Kagan.
It was, yeah.
All right.
That last part was fabricated.
No, that was
I just-
filleting.
I just gave
That
him a
was your
Serbian
quick
hello
fillet.
and gave him a kiss in the
Kiss in the groin.
the crotch.
The
How we say
Serbian hello.
thank you in Jewish town.
Yep. Tadaraba.
Yeah, good job. Muzzle.
Tararaba?
Muscle tough.
Tadaraba.
Tadaraba.
Tararaba Galgadon.
No. Fucking what the fuck? All right, we're calling it.
Thank you for having
You can follow Jordan on All Brand Stark on Instagram. You can follow me at Mr. J himself. How can the people find you on the internet, Kagan?
I mean, I wouldn't recommend it unless you want to see some really messed up shit on Reddit. Oh, no, wait. I've got Instagram.
Never share your Reddit.
I know.
Remember what happened to that fat guy from
Ken Bone.
Ken Bone? I miss that guy. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm on Instagram.
gram it much?
Adzacags.
What?
Adzacags.
Spell it.
I don't know. I somewhere in my phone. ADZAKAGZ.
All right, I'll just put you in the show notes.
Yeah, just stick it there.
I'll stick it in the show notes. But thank you everyone for dropping by. It's been a great time. Thank you for discussing Game of Thrones with us. I'm still frustrated. Maybe I need another week to think about it, but I think I'm making a promise to myself and we won't talk about it in the podcast anymore.
Trust me, try to forget it. Try to suppress it. Imagine like trying to forget when your dad touched you as a little kid.
It feels like only Jews can suppress that well.
Are you kidding?
No.
We're the best at guilt tripping people.
The ninth,
Yeah.
Remember that time you killed 6 million of us?
Yeah, exactly.
the ninth Jewish joke in this podcast by Jacob Ella.
Thank you, thank you. People call me the Quentin Tarantino of Jewish jokes.
It's like two Jews walking to a bar.
Okay.
I'm getting
All right.
performance inside of Kagan.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Goodbye, sir.
Bye.
Jordan, why did you fuck up so much?
I'm really high on on weed and maybe a little cocaine, but Kagan's here, so
Guys, I was really nervous.
Oh,
I think I said a lot of shit.
Who is Gal Gadot?
I think she's